was the worst move the Niners have made this offseason?
Well, you know where I'm going. It's DJ Jones. My God.
Yeah.
You drafted this guy. You found this guy in the 6th round, and you have this array of defensive tackles. And yet your defensive line coach, who you think is one of the best coaches on your staff, determined that DJ's better than all of them. He's better than the rest of those guys. And that's why he played the lion's share of the snaps inside. And now you just let him walk at the end of the year. He's your best run defender. He gives you pass rush inside, and you're going to replace him with Kinlaw. So what? Now you're going to force Kinlaw in there, despite the fact that he's got a bum knee and hasn't really taken that job. And you're just going to kind of anoint him the replacement because you drafted him in the 1st round. Good luck, but it's rolling the dice. And you just got rid of definitely a locker room leader, and maybe one of the guys that has to be double teamed up front. You got to combo block DJ to run up the middle. And
Yes,
without him, I don't think they're nearly as good against the run. So I'll say that one's easy to me. I don't know how they let him out of there. And I realize he got a lot of money from Denver, but man, you prioritize the D tackle and the D line spots, and then you let this guy walk. I don't like it.
I like that answer. It's not my answer, but I like that answer. And the reason they couldn't re-sign DJ Jones or wouldn't re-sign DJ Jones is because they have $25 million tied up on their salary cap with Jimmy Garoppolo. Holding on to Jimmy Garoppolo this long is the worst move. And it has ramifications. It's the fact that DJ Jones is now a Bronco. That's because of this Jimmy Garoppolo thing. The fact that that Chandler Jones is on the freaking Raiders and not the Niners. That's because of Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, the Niners were interested. They gave it a shot and decided, too expensive. Zadarius Smith, also too expensive. The Niners are shopping at like Nordstrom Rack right now, with the exception of Trevarius Ward, all because of Jimmy Garoppolo. And sorry, you're not going to get DJ Jones at Nordstrom Rack. He's really freaking good. Too bad. And now you want to transition to Trey Lance while you make the team significantly worse at multiple spots. This being the big one. I mean, who's going to replace DJ Jones? Javon Kinlaw? Okay, well, he's not a nose tackle. He's a 3 technique. You're moving to nose tackle. Fine. What if his knee is really messed up? What if he doesn't play next year? What's the plan? Kevin Givens? He's like,
what's the most number of games that Kinlaw's played, Grant, without going down? 5, 4, 5, something like that. I mean, he hasn't played very much, and he's had a number of injuries. I'd be very concerned. Not only that, I looked up his sack total. Guess how many sacks Kinlaw's got in 18 starts?
1.5.
1.5.
Wow.
1.5.
Why do I know that? Because I'm such a Javon Kinlaw hater. I saw him for the first time in training camp last year in the one-on-ones, and he never won. And I'm like, he has no moves, Larry. What he does is he pops straight up, and he just tries to bully the guy in front of him. And I'm sure that worked in high school. I'm sure it worked in college. But you try that against Laken Tomlinson, who's just as strong as you, and he's big, and he's older than you, and he actually has some technique. It's going to make you look dumb. And that's what happened every single day. I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't see it with this guy. He might be a good run defender, but he's never going to have it as a pass rusher. And he hasn't been healthy enough to actually practice and improve. So I'm out on Kinlaw.
He's Ted Washington. He's Ted Washington. He's strong as hell. You got to combo block him. He can split a double team strength-wise against the run, but he can't sack the quarterback. And I'll say this. I'll pay you $1,000 if he ever sacks Kyler
Murray. Yeah.
It's like an impossibility. It can never happen. Kyler could be drunk and he could get away from Kinlaw. I mean, it's just
Kinlaw DJ Jones can get him though.
Yeah, DJ Jones
could get him. Have you seen those clips of DJ Jones playing quarterback in practice?
Yes,
he is so quick,
dude.
It's amazing,
incredible. And he also, he's a leader. Yes. He's a leader in the room. You got to also kind of know your room. DJ was a guy that everybody respected. So now you need Kinlaw to step up, and you're probably gonna need to re-sign Street just so you have more pass rush inside. They signed Hurst. I'm not a big Hurst fan. Givens gets moved in the run game. You know what I'm saying? It's like these guys all have their strength, but none of them are DJ. None of them anchor against the run like that. And if you can get a guy who can anchor and give you a little pass rush, you got something. They had something, and they liked him as a guy, and they still let him walk. I don't know. Very questionable move, in my opinion.
They're putting a lot of faith in Kinlaw. Good luck.
Yeah.